Thank you all for coming. It's a pleasure to see you all. You know, as a tadpole in the swamp, our guest had 3,265 brothers and sisters. Since then, he's grown up to be a regular on Sesame Street, the star of The Muppet Show, Muppets Tonight, countless other television shows and movies, including The Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Caper, The Muppets Take Manhattan. As a recording artist, he scored a hit with The Rainbow Connection. He's the author of Before You Leap, A Frog's Eye View of Life's Greatest Lessons, and the only amphibian to have had the honor of addressing the Oxford Union. He's also the star of The Muppets with Amy Adams, Chris Cooper, and Jason Segel, and a few other friends of his that you may have heard of. Would you please help me welcome Kermit the Frog?
Oh, hi there. I'm just going to get up in this chair, I think. Oh, well, that was rather graceful.
That was graceful.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. This is amazing. All this for one little frog. Wow. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. You and I are just meeting for the first time.
Absolutely. Nice to see you. May I, Mr. the Frog, may I call you Kermit?
Yeah, of course you may.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, first of all, I think everyone in the room has seen the movie. And we're also thrilled to see you and your friends back on the big screen. What was it about this particular project that intrigued you so?
Well, I think part of it was that it was called The Muppets. That drew me right in. You know, it kind of gave me a clue, and then Jason gave me the script. You know, he wrote the thing, Jason and Nick. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I opened it up and I read it, like about halfway through, it says, "Kermit the Frog enters." So I thought, well, that's me. I think I have to do it. You know.
Well, it also gives us a chance to see you and Miss Piggy back together. And when I think of you know the great love affairs, you know Elizabeth Taylor and
sure.
Richard Burton, Brad and Angelina,
of course.
And then I think of Kermit and Miss Piggy. So tell me about working with her in this project.
Well, I don't know whether any of you out there actually work with your spouse, and Piggy and I actually aren't married, but we are kind of significant others. Mm-hmm. And when your significant other is a pig. There are challenges. For instance, you have to give up eating bacon. That's very important. And when you work together, knowing that she's a pig, you have to think about certain things, like you always want to make sure there are truffles in the dressing room, because pigs like those. Anyway, I don't know. It's always tough to work with somebody you're close with, but yet it can be wonderful. You can bring all of that magic to the screen, you know?
Right. Well, I think we see that in the film. I'm going to turn it over now to the assembled press corps.
Sure.
Do we have questions? Just raise your hands. Yeah, I'll start right here, and I'll get to everybody.
Okay.
I'll get to you in a sec. Okay.
Mr. Frog.
Yes, sir.
Jason Segel, you know, prior to this, he's made a lot of more adult-themed movies, like
Yep.
Knocked Up and
Yep.
Sarah Marshall. Do you have any trepidation about working with them?
Well, I have to tell you the truth. You know, obviously our movies are for a family audience, but the truth is that if you've seen the opening scene of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I actually inspired that for Jason because I always appear naked. You know, I'm never wearing clothing. So I'm afraid I might have started it, actually. Yep.
Go ahead.
Hi, Kermit. I just want to say, first of all, I absolutely adore you.
That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
He's blushing a little bit, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't really turn red, but if I could, I would.
I wore green just for you.
I know. It's beautiful.
I just wanted to ask, many actors talk about how difficult it is probably to play themselves over any other role.
Yep.
Can you tell us what the differences are between Kermit the character and Kermit the Frog?
I can because I'm both, and it makes it easy for me to tell you. Well, in real life, I don't really think of myself as a big star. I've been doing this for a long time, mostly because I love it, you know. And but the character's similar in that I'm surrounded by all these crazy Muppet guys. But like for instance, in the movie, you know, in the movie, we haven't been together in a long time. But that's not actually the truth in real life. We work together all the time. We just did Bohemian Rhapsody last year on the internet. I don't know how many people might have seen that. It was a really huge thing, and we've done lots of television. It's just been a lot of years since we were actually on the big screen, you see. But yeah, there are differences. I'm probably a little quieter and less outgoing than the Kermit you see on the screen, you know.
We have a question right here. Yeah. But did you put your hand up? Do you have a question for us?
I'll ask it for him.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Kermit, this is Chris Alexander. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Chris.
Fan, lifelong fan.
Thank you very much.
You've been in so many movies bearing the name Muppets.
True.
Yet this one feels like it's actually a sequel to the series.
Well, that's
Right?
kind of true.
Is this a reboot for the franchise?
Well, reboot's a funny word when you're a Muppet. When you get rebooted, you sort of fly through the sky. I don't know whether it's a reboot because we actually haven't gone anywhere. We've been working all these years doing just other stuff. It might be a reboot in the sense that we haven't done a film in a long time, like I said before. But I guess I don't mind being rebooted. It's nice. It's nice if young people like that get to see us and learn who we are. I think that's fun. You know. But well, I should say in the sense of rebooting that us Muppets, it's very important for us to be who we are. You know. So hopefully, if it's a reboot for a franchise, we still get to be the guys we've always been.
Right.
You know.
Has movie making changed since the last time you made a movie for the big screen?
It has, because nobody actually shoots on film anymore.
Right.
It's very weird. These days, they say they're filming, but it's actually like high-def video.
Right.
You know? I mean, some people do,
Yeah.
but not us. We shot on high-def. It's fine with me.
Other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Hi. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm thrilled to be in Toronto. I love it here.
Give the magazine readers one reason why they need to see the Muppets, and please also share with us your favorite moment from the movie.
Yes, well, one really good reason is the popcorn. Another good reason is I want to make more movies. And if they don't go see it, that probably will never happen.
Right.
But also, it's a pretty good movie. You know, we worked really hard on it. And I think the Muppets, well, hopefully what we'd like to do is, you know, besides, do a movie, we'd like to bring lots of people together because that's what we do. Most of our Muppet movies are about kind of our family feeling and all of us crazy guys getting together and doing fun things. And in this case, we save our theater. But it's about coming together, you know, which is, I think, is important in the world. What was your other question?
Favorite moment from the movie, right?
Usually it was every day at lunch. Those were my favorite moments. Yeah, I love lunch. It's free, you know, when you work on a movie.
And what's a good lunch for Kermit the Frog?
Well, I eat the typical, stereotypical frog stuff. The flies, the mosquitoes, you know. Worms are nice. But I kind of have a hankering for fried chicken, you know. But no pork products.
No,
No,
of course not.
no.
Right. Yeah.
No.
I'll go right here, yeah.
Kermit, you mentioned your relationship with Miss Piggy, but you've been best friends with Fozzie Bear
Yep. For a long time.
I'm never wondering if there's a conflict as a friend to maybe suggest another career path for him?
I didn't hear the last part of that. Sorry.
Is there ever a conflict
Yes.
with Fozzie to maybe suggest another career path for him?
Yeah, well, I try to be gentle, you know. It's funny thing about the Muppets, you know, all these years we've done all the crazy things we've done, and yet an awful lot of the guys aren't that good at what they do. It's very strange, you know. I like to sing, but let's face it, I'm no Frank Sinatra.
Right.
Miss Piggy is sort of an actress who's sort of not a great actress, and Fozzie's not a very funny comedian except when he's trying to be funny and he's not really. Gonzo's a horrible stunt guy who always gets hurt, you know. So I guess we are excellent failures. Maybe that's a good lesson in and of itself. I don't know.
Can you tell us a little bit about working with Jack Black?
I can. I can tell you that he is a consummate professional and he's insane, and I love that about him. And I think he really wanted to do the movie. I like him very much. And we have something in common.
What's that?
Well, he's black and I'm green, and it worked out nicely.
We've got another question right here. Yeah.
Hi, Kermit.
Hi there.
From Dose. Great to see you.
Thank you. You too.
And I was wanting to welcome you back to Toronto, because I understand you've worked here in the city a number of times over the years. With
Yes.
Muppets, with the Fraggles, all
Sure.
the different Muppet pals.
Oh, yeah.
So what's it like to be back in the city, and do you have any favorite memories of working here in Toronto?
Well, I have all kinds of memories. I think I was first in Toronto in about 1973. I'm not as young as I look.
Well, you look good for your age.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We did a bunch of Muppet Land specials back here, a thing called the Frog Prince, is where one of the places I got my start. And then we did the Jim Henson Hour, which was fun. And then I wasn't actually on Fraggle Rock, but I was sort of a creative consultant on that show. So I was around during those years, sure. And it's great to be back.
Yeah.
I have to say I prefer this time of year right now before it gets any colder.
Right.
Being a frog, and I don't really have a winter coat. So I don't want to go dormant too soon, you see?
Right.
Yeah.